Oh god! The timer is already up. Apologies. I'm late to the party today. Ha! So, we should do this, right? Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting stream, which is always exciting when it gets to the work of Mr. Stefano Maccarelli and Clara Sorace, because that's what we're looking at today. The final installment of Ethera Gold has launched. Ethera Gold Atlantis. Brand new, available on the 0G website for a ridiculously low price. It's on intro price for 43 euros. I think it's $47 or something. Goes up to 54 in some time. It is not a Contact player library, so you need the full version of Contact to run this. To be precise, minimum Contact 6.6.1. And I can't see anything. Why is that? That's why. There we go. My chat is here. Chat is working. Hey Terry. Hey everyone. So I need some soup. Foop. Cheers everyone. Yeah. I was considering how to stream with all the shit that's going on in the world right now. Twitch stream is down. That's interesting. Let me quickly check on my end. Okay. No, it says it's live, but the stream is down. Okay. I had that before, so I have to look into that again. Yeah, YouTube is running, so then it looks like we gotta stick to YouTube. Ramco, your camera is off. I hope mine is not. Any technical issues? No, looks fine. Looks fine to me. So we're good to go. Let's make that a little quieter. There we go. So, yeah. So the Ethera Gold Atlantis is the final installment of the Ethera series, which is kind of sad, but also good because we got such a ton of different vocal sounds from that library. Oh, Ramco. Okay, right. Yeah, I said I can't see anything. Cheers anyway. So let's switch to the screen here. Hopefully that works. I still have to learn to trust my OBS switchers. I kind of still always return to OBS to check if everything is where it should be. Anyway, to say that again, with all the stuff going on in the world, I was struggling a little to jump on stream anyway. But I mean, the only thing that I can do is I highly ask anyone. I did the same. It's a great organization. If you have anything to spare, just look at savethechildren.org and maybe think of donating something to the children affected in the Ukraine right now. So that's all I want to say on that for now. But now we are going to take a look at Ethera Atlantis. Stefano was kind enough to also provide a giveaway copy today. I just realized I forgot to open the comment picker. Trusty comment picker, here we go. So, continue with cookies, of course. So, what we gotta do. Most of you obviously know the drill already. We do have a Facebook post set up, like here. Ethera Atlantis. So I select that. This is the, I guess this is the URL, but I'm not sure. So I have to post the URL manually once more. Give me a quick moment. I'm going to do that in a second. So, composing tutorials, there we go. Embed. Sorry, I'm doing that off screen, just to not, so you don't worry what's happening here. So there's the code. Got it. So head over there, leave a comment underneath this Facebook post, and at the end of the stream, we are drawing away. I actually feel bad about giving away a library that is so cheap already. I don't know how Stefano can survive on that little amount of money that he's asking for. Well, maybe he just gets more people to buy it. So even if you win the library today, maybe just consider buying it anyway. I think Stefano can use the $40. And we will see that it is some amazing content for the money. So be sure to consider that, even if you win it today. But if you don't, I mean, it's fine. Stefano provided the library as a giveaway. Thanks for that, Stefano. Thanks, Clara. And so without further ado, I think we have everything sorted and ready to go. In case you're new to the stream, consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell button to be notified once we go live. There's also some links to stuff that I do in the video description below, so you can check out the shop, check out the course. There's a bunch of stuff, and what do I want to say? I want to say let's jump in and check it out. We are taking a look at Ethera Atlantis today. Before we do that, I forgot that. So that's the website. That's the website. We link here, and you can see it's 43.78 euros. Like I said, I think it's 47 something dollars. It needs the full version of Contact 6.6.1. It comes around 5 point something gigabytes. It's a dedicated solo vocal library. If you're not familiar with the Ethera series, there are meanwhile 4 or 5 different styles, all with the same singer, Clara Sarace, amazing epic and classical vocalist and just an amazing artist. Stefano, her husband, sampled her voice since probably about 10 years now. I remember the very first Clara library was kind of free. And he has built such a great library. Here we have him, Stefano Maccarelli and Clara Sarace. They're both from Italy, and this is it. I left the link in the chat, so let's jump straight in and have a drink. Cheers. So stream is running, that's good. Oh, what do we have here? Go away. Yep. So go into our vocal section here. Ethera. I have I have the other titles as well. But today we're focusing on Atlantis. Comes with 6 patches: Romantic, True Legato, Atlantis, True Legato, Sustains, Phonemes, Builder, Vocal Phrases, and Reverse Vocal Phrases. We will take a look at all of them and see what they do sound like. Let's start with the Romantic True Legato. That's the interface. Not much to see here, besides a beautiful picture, of course. Ethera Gold, Atlantis, featuring Clara Sarace. We have some controls: attack, volume, release, legato, minus 250. Something to keep in mind already. So the library sits at minus 250 milliseconds. So set your track delay for the track to minus 250. We have a stereo button here, legato, release, and then we have an effects rack. What I personally always do with Clara's library or with Stefano's libraries is to turn off any reverb or delay. I want to control that later down the line outside of my contact interface. So without further ado, let's turn everything off that we have here right now. So this is the sound straight out of the box. Actually, let me turn on the reverb again. So this is the way it sounds when you load the patch. Let me know if there's anything with the audio, if we should make it louder or quieter or anything, just so I know what is happening. I feel that we can turn that up a little, but that's just my routing here. Hey Teacup, great question. And first of all, wish you. I'm lost for words. I don't know what to wish. I just think of you guys and hope you're going through as soon as possible the whole shit. And in regards to Elements 2, it has been a little bit postponed because I just had a ton of other work to do before. And I want to record some stuff live, and that just drags on a little bit with all this. So, yeah. It's not done yet, but maybe I can give a little sneak peek on what I have already sometime later. Maybe tomorrow. There's another stream coming tomorrow with some more stuff. Very exciting. And so, Teacup, good to hear that. If my music helps just a little bit in dire times like that, I am more than happy. And yeah. Just wish you all the best to go through that. Okay, that's a little too loud. Ah, it blinks red. Okay, let's take a quick look at these information that we get when we play. So there's actually 2 velocity layers. So triggering below 77. And above 77. Which is cool because you can repeat notes and have like a round robin. Hey Scott, how you doing? How you doing? Long time no see. I just love her vibrato. It's just amazing. And there is, if you press the sustain pedal, there is some kind of fast legato mode. You can see that here the legato is at minus 250. When I play the same phrase, pressing the sustain pedal, sounds like this. There's also no artificial extension, so the notes fade out naturally. That's the romantic legato. Like I said, I prefer to turn off the internal reverb and use my own processing. this case like a vocal reverb, vocal delay, and a little bit of black hole. And also a little bit of my own processing chain here. I may need to adjust that a little bit. Yeah, the reduction is a little much here. And it's a little loud. Usually I would have it at that volume. Florent, no, the vibrato is not adjustable. There is a vibrato knob here, although I'm not really sure what that is doing. I guess this rather applies to the sustains. So we can take a look at that. Oh, Holger, that's very nice of you to say. So, of course, I will. Again, the drawing is random, so I have no influence on that. But in case anyone wins and someone wants to donate to Teacup, of course, sure. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated. Again, I will just post that again. I mentioned it. If you happen to be able to support the cause, just consider donating a little bit of money to save the children for the kids affected in Ukraine. It's I did it yesterday, and I can highly recommend you to do so as well. Hey Stefano, nice to have you around. Thanks for being here. That's awesome. So in case any one of you has questions in regards to the library, Stefano is in the room, so he can answer all the questions you potentially may have. So where were we? We were at my own processing chain for the sound. Like I said, when you press the sustain pedal, actually, Stefano, good you're here. I do have a question. You say the regular legato is minus 250. So is it advisable to set the whole track to minus 250 milliseconds track delay? First question. Second question, when you use the sustain pedal for the fast legato, how long is the transition time then? And do I need to adjust something in the MIDI then? Or is it pre-arranged? Maybe a little less black hole. Okay, so fast legato is about 150 milliseconds, but that renders a little bit of a problem in having the MIDI, if you want to work, having the MIDI aligned straight to the grid. Because if you put the whole track on minus 250 to align for the long legato, you will run to the problem that the fast legato comes too soon when you put it on the grid. So you have to adjust these 100 milliseconds delay. Or you put it on minus 150 overall on the track, then you need to adjust the long legatos about 100 milliseconds. So either way or another, there's a little bit of fiddling, but I have done that in the past with other Ethera libraries as well. They usually work pretty well with a given legato time. For example, Sahara and Ethera Gold had like minus 200 as a recommendation. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And that worked pretty well, but there was always some point where you had to fiddle a little bit with the start points of the notes, but that's fine. I mean, you try to create an emotion and a feel with the vocal library. So this is the closest thing that you can have to having the singer in the studio. So if you don't have Clara Sriracha living in your basement, you can use Stefano's libraries to get her onto your tracks, right? Or, of course, book her. Not for living in your basement, but for singing on your tracks. And, right, so... Oh, that breath was gone there after the note. I love that these little artifacts are in there. This is great. So that's the true romantic legato. Let's jump into the next sound, which is the true legato. And here we have a bunch of key switches to change through different types of legato. I won't explain the same thing again with the onboard sounds. Like I said, I usually disable the reverb and the delay. I keep the compressor and EQ on because usually they're fairly moderate. But I try to use my own effects chain on Clara here because it just, I think it sounds good and I like it. So we have the Atlantis legato. And we have the same thing again. We have two different types of attack on the different velocities. You can see that in the left corner here. When I hit soft below 77 and above 78, you have a different type of attack or different type of note. So you can create round robin. There is no C. It's just fucking fun to play. It's very smooth on your fingers. I mean, you have to adjust a little bit to the legato delay, but it plays extremely fluently. This is nice. We have the next one, Atlantis legato. Note, first one. Second one. So the naming of the types of the legato makes a lot of sense. Stefano, what did you do? Line 1216, script Zone not found. I accidentally hit the F-sharp key switch here, so I don't think that it does do anything, but just to let you know. My OCD is kicking in when Contact comes up with a script warning. It's like, oh god, what did I do wrong? Well, okay, the slow legato does not really react well to faster playing, so in that case you can then press the sustain pedal. Why do I think of Star Trek right now? The original? Stefano, it's all good. I was kind of just kidding. It's all good. As long as the playing plays nice and smooth, nothing to worry. On the third key switch, we have the soft R. And the soft R. Love that. Love, 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 love that. So that's the soft R. Then we have the, may we call it Celtic legato? That's my favorite of the library, by the way. Hey Michael, no, that's not Contact Player. You need the full version 6.6.1 at least. Again, it's not fully made for fast lines, but those little melismatics in the beginning of the note, this is what really makes this stand out for me. I love these little phrases and elements to not have the clean vocal line, but like with this Celtic line, this ba. I'm not a singer. These little melismatics, I think they're called. Ornaments, that's another way to name them. So that's really, really well done. I love that. And by the way, I forgot to mention that mod wheel controls the dynamics. Lovely. And last but not least, on the F key switch, we have, no, on the E key switch, we have Phonemes 1. So it puts like a consonant in front of the vowel to get a little bit more of a and they seem to pop up at random. Shoo. 2S. What we haven't looked at, let's go back to the E legato here. And let's look at the controls we have. So there's that little stereo button here. Let's check out what this does. Like I mentioned before with the O and U and A legato, the labeling of the buttons makes a lot of sense. So if you click the stereo button, you get a stereo feel. That's great. Still kind of with a vocal patch, unless it's like a choir or something, it still feels artificial to me to put a solo vocalist in stereo. Like when you have non-stereo, which is mono, it just sounds like having the vocalist standing in front of you, right? And you can move her around to the left, to the right. It always sounds kind of dirty when you talk about that when thinking about the library. You can move her around to the left, to the right. And but when you have stereo on, well, I could imagine it makes sense if you use that for a underscore type of cue where you want to have the vocals out of the way of the center when you have dialogue on top. That might work, but I always feel that it's a little bit artificial to pop a stereo spread on a solo vocal, but that's just personal preference. And we have release that we can turn on. Turn that off. Is the control volume of the release samples only using this knob or CC90. There's quite a random mic selection, random selection. Oh, on the phonemes, got it. Stereo is quite nice, layering with other legato. That I can imagine, of course. This I can, yeah, I can understand that. So if you use a different legato from one of the other Atlantis, from one of the other Ethera series, it can be nice to have that stereo layer underneath and then one main vocal in the middle. That instantly like creates a big choir effect or like double recordings. So that's cool. Good to know. Good tip. So we had the phonemes. Let's jump into the next patch, which is sustains. Really? Really replace? Yes. And also a quick little reminder that we do have a giveaway running. Thanks, Stefano, for that. So all you got to do is jump over to Facebook, leave a comment underneath this post that I just left in the chat. And at the end of the stream, one of you lucky guys or girls will call themselves the new owner of Clara. Well, of Ethera Gold Atlantis. Right? Featuring Clara Sorachi. Sustains. We have a little more here going on. Hey. What are you doing? Okay, these are the key switches up here. This is like C6, C5. Okay, C1, C2, 5, 6, C6. There is, as I can see, no visual representation of the selected key switch. Stefano, I don't like that. Why does it not tell me which sustain is selected? I mean, I can play it and hear it, but I would love to see it as well, just so I know. And again, like I said in the effects rack, I like to turn off that stuff to use my own chain. Set to +2 for the key range. Yeah, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I understand that. But when I select the key switch, oops, when I select the key switch, I don't know what. Yeah, I know the red ones are the key switches, but I still don't know what I have selected. What is happening? Okay, let's go through. So the first keys, you see the red area up here. These are the sustain key switches. And the yellow ones is like a support pad where you can try out what it sounds like. Okay, understood. So sustain mod wheel blends between two different sustain patches. But yeah, I have to kind of figure out what layers are blending here. So just a suggestion, I would think of a kind of visual representation, which layers are included, so I know which blends there are. So on C# there's nothing. Love that. And we have E flat again. So I assume the black keys are not key switches, right? By the way, is that stuff tempo synced in any way, or is that just fixed recordings? no, it's not tempo sync. Doesn't need to be. It's great to create textures. So see, this happens. Now I don't know on which key switch I just was. Was it this one? Yeah, so F. Okay, this seems to be the regular. I'm not really understand why is this yellow here when there are still vocals. I wouldn't have known. Oh, these are other phrases? Understood. Drone vocals. That is quite fun. Okay, that was G, I guess. Oh god, for this we need like... That would be the moment where we need legato. But yeah, these are sustains. Great, 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 great. Nice stuff in there. Very ethereal. Ethereal. Next in line, the phoneme builder. This is a thing where we need to spend a little minute on. Turn off the gates. So, syllabuilder. Builder syllables. And Stefano, I think I found a bug. If the mod wheel is all the way up, and you change the syllable, it doesn't work. Now it works. It only works when you turn the mod wheel down again. Just so you know. So I found that, I think it's a little bug. But anyway, so, okay, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Of course, as a developer, you have to say that. No, just kidding. Okay, so yeah, if the module is up, we can maybe it's oh, it's to create blending. Okay. So on the upper module, it always stays on Kyria. Okay, I tried to wrap my head around it. So these are different syllables. The syllables contain different tempo synced syllables. Like, let's say the number 9 here, Shaino Dominu. And this thing is, like Stefano just said, it's polyphonic, and you can change the notes while the phrase or the polyphonic phrase is playing. So, exactly this. So now what happens is that you can play. And this is tempo synced. So if we go faster, let's go faster, faster. This patch is gonna get a lot of usage. With the green key switch down here, you can jump through the phrases, so you can jump to the next one. Which, unfortunately, this does not follow the selection. It would be great if this follows, so you can have see the long phrase, but well. Oh, no legato there. Sorry. But wow. That's really, really lovely. No, it's not dry now. Dry is like this. There is black hole on it already, but I can take the other stuff off and just to use black hole here. you have quite a bunch of syllables to choose from, and like Stefano just mentioned in the chat, where he is in person to answer your questions, you can use the module to blend with another phrase. But I feel also, due to the fact that you can legato the phrases, and he said the original recording is 100, so they sound even better at that tempo. Go back, I think I like that one a lot. Excuse me, this is fucking amazing. I love this. Is that pitched or did she sing that low? I would say it's pitched, right? This is one of, I think, the best patches you have ever done. You both. It's amazing. Boop, boop, boop. That legato switch for the syllables just works perfectly. Really, really nice and well done. And then we have the vocal phrases, where we can spend approximately the next 2 hours with. But before we do that, let's quickly remind everyone that we do a giveaway of the library today. So what you have to do is jump over to Facebook, leave a comment below the thread there. We can also take a look. Where are we with the comments? 57 comments. So what I urge every one of you 57 to do, if you don't mind, is, even if you don't win and even if you buy the library and spend your $47 or euros there, maybe consider heading over to savethechildren.org and maybe donate a few dollars or euros to the cause for the kids affected in Ukraine. Would be awesome. And let's go on with the vocal phrases. Again, now we have a lot of reverb and delay, so I turn that off. Let's do 120. Doesn't do shit because we are not synced. So if you want to follow your phrases, the DAW tempo, you have to activate that sync button. Sometimes it's not the best idea to sync it, especially when you stretch it by like 30 BPM. So plus minus 10 is usually the optimal range to go. So if we're at 120, I would rather take something that is 120. And I think this is the first time I saw that in Kevin's awesome video on the library, that this is a little different in terms of how the phrases are arranged. So you have very similar phrases next to each other. And okay, let's start with the overall concept. I mean, these phrases are like idea starters or cue starters to get you going. And what you can do, so these yellow keys down here, they are not alcohol based, and these are different elements to get you going into a groove, into a mood. Nothing on the black ones. I mean, that alone. Actually, let's turn off the mix rack here. There's a little too much compression going on. And actually, let's sync it. Sync it! Hey, Karsten. It's a little quiet now, is it? So, what can we do to unquiet it? Well, we can turn down the peak reduction. Oops. Then we need to turn down the gain as well. So you get the idea. So you have some... Oh, wow. Just these three. By the way, what do these yellow... Oh, you have drones as well. Overall, I feel that the phrases are a little calmer, softer than some of the other versions of Elements, which really makes sense because we have the epic and bold already in other installations. And we can take a look at that in a little bit to compare a little bit of the libraries. So we are going to D minor. I mean, what I like about these phrases is they're a little less iconic than some of the other elements, pun intended. So the other Etherias, like Gold and Sahara, so they're very subtle in the background. You can adjust the pitch for the phrases, but as suggested in the official video, and also I would never go above ±1. Everything else you either end up in Smaug land or in Mickey Mouse land. So maybe 2 on the phrases, but never go above that. But already there it's starting to... I mean, that's all. You go to 5 or something. I mean, I have used it in other in tracks of mine and have gone above the ±1. If it's buried in the mix and you put another, for example, the legato or something on top, it doesn't really is that audible. And then I also have the feeling that it's harder to do with male vocals than it is with female vocals. So we haven't talked about the legato function, which does... by the way, let's set that... reset that. Come on, reset. If you turn on legato, you can switch between the phrases and jump into the middle of the next phrase. So like in this example, for example, the first phrase is, and the second one is. So we could just combine these two, and you can also like determine the crossfade time. And the more you bring that up, the faster the crossfade, and the sooner it can also sound artificial. And downside of the legato button is you cannot play 2 phrases at once anymore. I mean, when we put that... That's pretty dope. And last but not least, so we have a shit ton of phrases in different keys and tempos, and we have a toolkit at 90 BPM. I don't know what a toolkit does, so let's check this out. So I assume that these different colors are the different key signatures. So C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor. Yes, this is the final Ethera. Stefano, apologies for not looking at that. So there's also 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you have 3/4 phrases as well, which is of course very, very useful, especially if you happen to write something in 3/4 or 6/8. So that just aligns better with the grid overall. But I happened to realize over time with all these theras and all these phrases that you can pretty hefty manipulate and put them in a way that they even sit right on top of a 7/8 or something. So it can work pretty well, but you just need to put some work into it. And you can also always render it to audio and manipulate it further. One patch missing in this little walkthrough, we do have the vocal phrases reversed. So same as we had before with the 90 here. Oh, it reverses the phrases as well. Which obviously is awesome for ambient and background stuff. Let's turn off the internal reverbs here and delay, give a little bit more black hole, and I think that works really great with the sustains up here in the purple area. To be honest, in this case, in the reverse settings, the internal reverb are set up in a way that it does sound way better keeping these on. I'm sorry, I have to do that, but that is a fucking song intro right there with the first patch. So we are at 90 BPM, so let's go. 2, 4. Let's start with the upper range. One, two, three, 4. So that's like a 16-bar intro, I guess. Is it? Is it? 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Well, it's 14 bars, but I mean, I don't friggin' care. But yeah, just put that on repeat or just keep the running. Go a little bit to. Let's go to percussion. Some loopy-de-loop stuff. Why do I have no effects on this? I don't like this. I don't understand this. So we need this and we need Need this. I mean, I have to be honest, I only recently finally put my template into Studio One as well, because now that the visibility kind of works with Studio One, it is just way more fun to work in Studio One. Okay, I want to put that down. All right. Hard quantize as well. Make sure that this does not overlap. I need to put some of my key commands onto my stream deck, like quantize legato and stuff like that. So when we go down to the vocal again, that takes a little scrolling right now. Actually, let's close all the folders. Doesn't work right now, but I can go to vocal. Let's do this. Okay. So I fear that I may not have started on the one with these. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they start on 5. Ah, I'm still on minus 250. That's why. These do not have track delay. So from here on, let's bring in a little more stuff. So we go to my loops. Put this twice. Let's do a little bit of a transition here. Transitional movement in this. Go. Transitional. Yeah, let's take this one. Can have a little delay. Quantize that. I think I just accidentally put the track on hide. Yeah, there we go. So we have that. Let's go back to the vocal. What was my control? There we go. Okay, that works. So I recently discovered that, in case you want to know, if you have a large template or a larger template, and I mean, we know that we have the visibility functions, and we can, like, here do all these visibility, so just show me the epic percussion, just show me all percussion, strings, etc., which is all nice and shiny. But I found out when I work, I want to have all the tracks open, and I don't want to like scroll all the time. So Studio One has this handy feature to, this is a kind of a macro. Let me open that up here. Keyboard shortcuts. Macro. Where was that? Macro organizer. Organizer. The question is, where do I have that? I have no fucking idea. I think these are the ones, yeah. So what it is jump to brass, group visibility, and the command is track find track. So it's up here, track find track, somewhere here. And you can create a macro and just say track find track. When you can do this manually as well. If you go to where is it? Can't find it right now. Add tracks, rename, add audio track. Somewhere here hidden is the find track. I don't know why I cannot see it here. But what happens is it's actually a macro where I say find track percussion loops, for example, and it immediately jumps to this track. In this case, I have set it to Solstice loops because that's where my loops start. So, and that way I can have all the tracks open and very quickly jump to different positions in the template. And I could set up even more. I could set up like 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 times 4. So 36 different locations if I do the Stream Deck, for example, and put just these jump around. It's like if you imagine on a website where you have like anchors, where you don't go to a new selection, but just say go to the bottom of the page, or at the bottom when it says up and you click it and you go back up to the page. So this is kind of the same principle. Very, very neat. And I realized that you can do the same in Cubase as well. Just recently found that out. There was a question where I am right now. I am in Spain. Southwest coast of Spain. Close to the Atlantic. Very nice. Very California-like. So weather pattern stays pretty much the same I was used to from LA. Why Studio One? Have you tried Ableton Live? Why not Studio One? Yes, I do have tried Ableton Live. I do have Ableton on my system, but rarely use it. Usually just for audio stuff. If I ever do that. Back to topic. So, like I said, I can jump to sections. I could even put a legato. This is just the textural stuff, so I could duplicate the track and easily just put some solo vocal legato on top there. Just takes a little moment to duplicate the channel. So now I can go back here and there we go. Takes a little moment to load. Don't want the stain, so let's take the legatos here, for example, and use the E legato. Turn off the internal effect on this one for sure. A little more delay. Turn on this. And this, obviously, we would need to put back to -250. I would just come in when the riser goes there. just such a great tool to immediately create some atmospheres and put some stuff on top. Holy macaroni, or in this case, macarelli. Holy macarelli. Could put some Vista underneath here. Ish. You know? So that is pretty awesome. I like that a lot. Better view. Better view into the studio. So, again, this is so much content, and it is like friggin' 43 euros, $47, I think. I don't know how long the intro price is running. We can check that out again if there's any information available here. I don't know if there's some kind of cross grade from the other, if you own the other Etheras, but it shouldn't be. I think it's way too cheap already. So I feel like for $43, it's like stealing from Stefano. But it is what it is, and we can be happy that we get such great tools at such great pricings. So I leave the link to the website once more for you guys and girls in case you don't win a copy and want to grab it. It's absolutely astoundingly good and not really much we can nothing to criticize here. It's just amazing. And when we look at the comment picker, all these greedy folks out there, it's still 67 people who want to grab it for free. Well, it's fine with me, since Stefano offered a giveaway copy, so it's nice, of course. And thanks, Stefano, for providing that. So, awesome. Fantastic work. It is a worthy kind of conclusion to the series. But Stefano mentioned in the chat there will be upgrades and stuff coming in the future. Awesome. And just one more last call, given the times that we're in right now. If you can spare a few dimes of cash, I highly suggest or ask for donating to savethechildren.org. I left the link in the chat. If you can, help the kids affected in the Ukraine right now. And Stefano, thanks so much for providing the library. And with that, I play that little cue, you can't even say cue, that little soundscape once more, and then we hit the giveaway button. Who's gonna be the winner today? Looking at 70 comments here. Hey Scammy, thanks for letting us know. So it's 20% off if you have other Ethera products. I feel that after the rise we should have brought in more drums, but it's fine. It sounds gorgeous. So you guys and girls ready? Let's hit the button, shall we? Nice little white, dreamy ending there. So, who's gonna win? 3, 2, 1. Today's winner of Ethera Atlantis is... The winner is... Gabriel Secreve. Secreve. Sounds French, kind of. Anyway, congratulations. I will get in touch with you, and then Stefano will get in touch with you to get you sorted. Yeah, it's definitely not a small-sized library. I mean, it's 5 gigabytes. Compare that to Opus, of course, then it's small size, but it's a lot of content. So congratulations for winning it. Congratulations for joining the live stream. If you missed it, came in later or whatever and don't know why, just hit the subscribe button and the bell. Tomorrow we are going to take a look at Chorus. So Audio Imperia are up to something. I can tell you it's gonna be an epic stream tomorrow. Holy shite. I do have it already, so I'm one of the lucky ones. So, but since it's only released tomorrow, I cannot play it or show it or anything else. So you have to wait till tomorrow. But I played it already, and holy macaroni. This is also a great thing tomorrow. I don't know yet if we are going to have a giveaway. So I will talk with Audio Imperia today about that and try to convince them to kick one in the bucket for you guys to possibly win that. But I don't know yet. But we will definitely take a look and hopefully also write something with that. So without further ado, let's jump into well-deserved end of day. Thanks so much for joining, and I see you on the next one. Bye-bye.